Welcome back. This is Good Morning Kenya. We just want to pick up from where we left off. Remember, we have Honorable Rehema Hassan with us in studio. She is the County Women Rep for Tana River County, just talking a bit about her journey and how things have been so far. Now, let's just continue from where we left off. Just telling us, it's not easy being a woman rep. It's still a very new position, yet there are those who are still fighting it. It is a position that is very in touch with the people. Now, as a woman who has been in leadership, you have tasted it, you have seen the ups, the downs. For other women who are, back there at home and they're maybe hoping to be in a leadership position and they're hoping to bring change in the society, maybe what do you think they need to equip themselves with, in terms of skills, kuwa ngumu, ni nini unaweza wa recommend or wa advise to equip themselves with when it comes to being a woman in leadership? What do they need to pick up, especially when it comes to skills, leadership skills?
Yeah, I would say I'll first of all advise them to be courageous. And be focused.
Okay. And
to try whatever little chance they are given and to maximize it. It's tough when it comes to leading. They're supposed to equip themselves with some knowledge. They should not stay and wait. They keep on researching on where they can fit best. And maybe look for mentorship from others. Like what I'm planning as their women MP is that I should not move alone. My plan is when I'm moving up, I should at least get wengine kama watatu mkono and then we move together. So that at least as we move, three of us we move, and each of those three ashike wengine mmoja, at the end of the day will be 7 up there. So ili tujengane, tupande tusonge pamoja. So ni hiyo na mentorship na kusaidiana na kumove. Pili tusiache vijana wetu. I feel I should also talk about my youth.
Yes.
Because the youth and the women in this country
category moja.
Wako category moja. Even our youth, they are not being given even chance in the leadership. Okay? Wao ni wakusukuma watu, kazi yao ni kupiga kura kwa wazee, and then basi wanaachiliwa, like they are dumped after they have elected the leadership. So even our youth should be assisted to move.
Na kulikuwa na hiyo debate ya the youth about getting these county jobs for the census. Process in your county.
Yeah, it was very, because in my county, but we've handled it.
What's the situation?
Vijana hawana kazi, and then they wanted to employ those who are already working, the teachers and the rest, but it was handled.
As of now, it's been settled?
Yeah, it's settled. I know it's settled because I was talking to the county coordinator in charge of the statistics. So he said it's handled. I have also tried to call some youth, they said it was handled. Like in Bura, it was handled. I don't know these other areas. The only place I had, there was a complaints, there was in Hola and Bura, where they said they have handled it.
All right.
So even the youth to be given chances. Okay? And that's why, as Mama County in Tana River, I'm working so close with the youth. I'm working so close with the youth. In fact, my youth in Tana River, they've woken up. They've started seeing their rights. They can even fight for their own rights. In fact, in the issue of census, there are 2 groups who fought for them, who fought for their colleagues. There's a group in Tana River known as Sauti ya Vijana Tana River, and then there's Tana Youth Alliance. These 2 groups worked so hard to fight for their colleagues, and it was solved very fast. They even went to the county commissioner to fight for their rights. I'm very supportive to them, and I'm happy because at least wamechanuka, wameanza kujua their rights. And I'll support them always.
All the way.
I'll support them in whatever they want. And that's why in most of my projects, they have gone to the youth and the women. Okay?
Yeah.
Like I've done a lot with the little I have. I've supported women groups. I've supported youth groups. Yeah. Like in my 4th and 1st quarter, I'm taking 30 youth to NITA and 30 to KIM, Kenya Institute of Management, to go and at least and get some skills. When a child flops in exams, doesn't make it to a higher whatever education, it doesn't mean you dump that kid, that child. So I've decided to take even those stand 8 dropouts, at least to go to NITA and get some technical whatever skills, and then I equip them, they come and get self-employment.
Yeah.
You know?
To position them better.
At least,
yeah.
And get a bread. You know, I decided to start a circle, you know, just because of the women and the youth. So that at least they be saving. And make them earn their living. Not necessarily that you have to be employed, not necessarily that you have to get a tender from the county, a tender from I don't know what. But if you're self-employed and you have your own business, then your life goes on. Yeah. That's why I decided to start even a circle. Then I supported the circle with some money that they bought the motorbikes, you know, and then we are giving the women and the youth at a cheaper cost, because they pay only 30,000 for a motorbike. You take it and then you pay for the pole and installment. But at least every day there's a bread on your table.
And a decent life for that matter.
Exactly.
To try and beat the poverty line. Because you know, we are living in a time where people are still living under the poverty line.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, when you assumed office, I'm sure you found things a bit chaotic from your predecessor. There were things that were not working. There were systems that were not working. Maybe you could tell us a bit about, you know, how you have been able to try and improve the system for better service delivery for the common mwananchi. Because at the end of the day, you are there to help the common mwananchi. Maybe you could tell us a bit about the systems and policies that you brought into place that help go towards, you know, making...
Okay, first of all, I reorganized the office, and I tried to bring services closer. To a mwananchi. That's why I decided not to centralize my office just at the county headquarters. I started an office in Madogo, and then I opened another office in Bura, and then the one at the headquarters, and then I opened another office in Gariseni, the Delta, Tana Delta, an office, just to bring the services close to the people. Okay. No, during my predecessor, I believe she had an office at the headquarters only. And I've also employed some field officers so that I can be getting some information from mashinani
from the ground.
Yes. So I have field officers all over, and the offices. So first of all, I've tried to bring services closer to mwananchi, and I've created awareness. You know, during the previous regime, we never knew what the women rep does. We never knew. Hatukujua hata hiyo ofisi kazi yake ni nini. Because we never saw anything. You know, miradi, you know, a certain development project here and there, we never saw. So at least I've tried also. The women in Tana River didn't know even how much the office of the women rep gets. They never know. They never knew. So when I took office, first of all, I did like civic education. I went round, first of all, trying to tell my people that there is this money and it's for A, B, C, D. And this how far I can go. Because there are some things that I'm not supposed to do. There are some things that are in the devolved, which are in the devolved function. Okay? So first of all, I created that awareness. I did like civic education. Of your position. Of the women, youth, and the people living with disabilities. Yeah.
All right. Now, let's quickly move along to an issue, you know, that is still considered a very woman issue, and this is the whole question of gender. Maybe just from where you sit, why do we perceive as, you know, gender biasness issues as always a woman issue? You know, as a woman in leadership, I'm sure you have encountered some situations where, you know, just by virtue of being a woman, it can be used against you, especially in this political arena. Why do we still view gender issues as just a woman issue?
It's sad.
Very sad.
Very sad.
Yeah.
According to me, when we were voting for this constitution, it was a very beautiful constitution.
Very good.
And a very nice. So people
with
friendly.
With very nice ideas.
With so nice ideas. And then, in the Constitution, the women issue, the gender issue, which is, it is also there. So according to me, it is still the very beautiful, the very friendly idea. I don't know why all of a sudden it has become a very bad, dirty, and a woman issue. You know, the gender issue, first of all, people should know, it's not a woman issue. It's all about human rights. The right to equality. Okay? Which we fought for it, all of us.
Balanced representation.
Yes, even the guys who wanted us to support the Constitution.
They supported it.
They supported it. I don't know why all of a sudden they're suggesting for it to be removed, seeing it as a woman issue. It's not.
And every time it's being subject to debate, there's never a quorum.
Yeah, exactly. Like we were denied a quorum by force, of which I believe there was a quorum. But you know, the system was corrupted to show that there wasn't a quorum.
So in the last sitting, there was actually
there was
met the
that one. There was
the threshold was met.
Exactly, there was. But now that it's being seen as a woman issue, it had to be fought that much. Okay.
Okay.
Personally, I don't support the referendum.
Why?
I don't. First of all, is a woman a mzigo? Sisi wa mama ni mzigo. This mama ambaye ndio anazaa, huyu mama anaangalia familia yote. In fact, this mama that all the burden ya family sahi iko kwake. Are we a mzigo? That we cannot even decide. Ndio women rep iende, I don't know what, I don't support it. Mimi I don't support it because wasitudanganye. Wasidanganye ati sijui kupunguza mzigo, I don't know kupunguza, I don't know what. They want to create position for some people. They come clear, they tell us, tafadhalini si tumtafutie huyu mtu nafasi, tumusupport. But issue kwa it's a burden, it's wage bill and all that. Mimi I don't support it.
So it's just another political ploy.
Yes. Na mimi I will not be driven. Ati saa zote mimi I'll vote for an amendment just to look a position for somebody. Si watafutia even my brother then. So watafutia ule kijana ambaye hajawahi kuwa. Wengine mmezeeka hata mnataka kukufia kwa kiti. Hamtaki hata kutoka. Alafu kwa tukiwa watoto, I remember we used to be told, kijana wa leo kiongozi wa kesho. When is this kijana going to be a kiongozi? If wazee, you are going to stick there, refusing to give chance to the youth.
So what would you recommend to that end, you know, in terms of, especially when it comes to very harsh, very strict measures, because, you know, we are seeing very strict measures being put in this Punguza Mzigo initiative when it comes to do with issues with corruption. Now, when it comes to leadership positions and those who have been in power for so long, and yet our youth, 65% of the population is the youth, and 70% are unemployed. What more do you feel needs to be done to create more employment, especially kwa vijana? Tuache kusema tu vijana leo, viongozi kesho, hiyo kesho itafika lini? What more do we feel we need to do for the youth and women and persons with disabilities?
Okay, actually, I don't know, because as a leader, I see it as an important issue that these youth should to be given chances. So when they're even trying to amend, they should even say something about this youth. And when you look at it, whatever they want to put, nothing to do with the youth there. The youth is not even in the picture. Nothing. And if they put it, they just put it for the sake of putting it.
Kuonekana tu hapo.
Kuonekana tu ndio wapate kura za vijana. Because if it is a policy issue, if it is a constitutional issue, already it's in the Bill of Rights. Why aren't they being considered? Even the tenders down back at the counties and even in the national government, do youth get the 30% that they're supposed to get? Do they?
Not entirely.
They don't. They don't. Do women get their percentage of the tenders, of the position in the employment? Even if you look at the national government right now, the women who are in leadership now, have they met the percentage?
But also, are the youth and the women taking up these opportunities in as much as they are there, they have been provided?
Now,
are the youth and the women stepping up?
If you ask a youth who is looking for a job from university, and then you tell that youth to have an experience, work experience of 5, 10 years, do you expect that youth to get that position? You can't. So they are putting even harsh conditions for them, just to put them off. They are not being fair.
So it's already been put to work against
yes,
the youth from the beginning.
It's there. It's there. So I think they should say, they'll be doing sometimes auditing in the counties.
Yeah.
Have they met the percentage? And then people who haven't done that, action to be taken against them.
All right.
Because they have gone against the Constitution.
What is entailed in this beautiful Constitution.
Yes.
All right. As we bring the conversation to a close, maybe you could tell us a bit about, what you are doing in your county to empower more women, to show them that, these leadership positions, they're also meant for us. We shouldn't just be the ones who are subject to what is being pushed down on us, the opinion of other people, but we can also rise up to the occasion and be our own leaders.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I've brought the women so close to me. I work with them so closely.
Yeah.
And that's why in every function they are doing, they consult, we share. The little I have, I also support them to do their functions. You'll always see me in their functions. Be it that it's the World Women's Days, the World Widows Days, you'll always see me with them. And during that time, that's when we interact, we exchange ideas. I get to learn from them what they want me to do for them.
Yeah.
And that's why, I'll be having a fundraising in September. I'm trying to support the widows in my county. I'm doing a fundraising for them because they want to have a modern
facilities?
No, they want to have a hall, conference facility, a modern conference facility. Yeah. They want me to fundraise for them to do that. And then the widows, I have a project of around 4 million that I'm doing them 32 stalls. So that's out of the
business?
For business.
Okay.
So out of the 32 stalls, they'll be getting a rent. Yeah, it's for renting. So they get, it will be a source of funds for them. My plan is the money to be deposited in an umbrella account where maybe they will not withdraw the money until after 1 year, where they'll sit down and see what they've collected. So I'm targeting in that project, I'm targeting them to be raising 1.4 in every year. Yes. So out of that now they can sit and decide, out of what we've gotten this year, how much do we take for maybe support of our orphans? How much do we take for a support of our women who are not, who are very poor, widows who are very poor, maybe to start even a mama mboga kiosk, and how much do we take to put more stalls
to keep the business
going.
Keep
the business growing.
All right.
And to assist them.
All right. Before we get to just close the conversation, maybe what would you like even for the national government to know from a woman rep point of view, from your work, from what you have experienced? What more would you like the national government to know in terms of enabling you and putting you in a better position to assist the women, the youth, and even the county as a whole from where you stand?
Okay. Not to take us as a burden. Not to take us as a mzigo. We are not a mzigo, to support us. Okay? Also request them to add us more funds. Whatever we are given in a budget, it's very little. It has no effect in the budget at all. So we need more support from them.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
More support to go a long way and just try and help service delivery and go closer to the common Mwananchi. That is the words of County Women Rep for Tana River County, Honorable Rehema Hassan, just coming in studio to tell us a bit more about her journey. And excuse me, and what she has been doing to try and make the lives of women, youth, and the entire county better since she assumed office. Thank you so much, Kwanasi, this morning. We appreciate that you made time to be with us.
Thank you.
All right, now,
Santi.
we want to take a break, but remember, Good Morning Kenya does continue. We have another conversation coming up in not long, but keep talking to us using the hashtag Good Morning Kenya on Twitter at KBC Television. 20154 is the number, and my handle is @Jane Wambui. See you after the break.